Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. What's going on, everybody out there? It's Coach G here, coming to you from this beautiful Sunday. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. God is great, and hope you guys are having a blessed Sunday. So, what I wanted to bring you today is one of the lessons that I learned about having a failure or failing, and you should always use that as a learning curve whenever you fail. You should not look at it as you are a failure. You should always look at it as that it is a learning curve when you fail. And some of you guys know that I'm a mixed martial arts. I'm a kickboxer, a third degree black belt in Taekwondo. I've trained in Kempo karate, kickboxing, boxing, jiu-jitsu, and amongst others. My number one discipline is Taekwondo. And this is about a fight I was going to have. I was just coming off of two kickboxing wins, two belts, two kickboxing wins. I was just coming off of it. And I was pretty confident going into this fight, even though the guy was 20 years younger than me, and a little bit taller than me and stuff. But I still was confident. You know, on paper, I would beat this guy 9 times out of 10, maybe even 10 out of 10. So I was real confident in going into this fight until I got to the fight and I was sitting next to him at the fight meeting, because there's always a meeting before the fight going over the rules and different things like that and how the day's going to go. So I sat down with him. I was talking to him, and I asked him the wrong question. I asked him, where did you train at? And he goes, oh, I trained at Wolverines over in San Bernardino. And I was like, oh, shit. Because I remember when I was training back in Moreno Valley, I was training at Paris Kickboxing, and also one of the helpers with the students, and we decided to go over there and take some of our students over to the Wolverines over in San Bernardino. So we took a bunch of our kids over there, and I was just starting out at the time, so I took my gear too, thinking maybe I'll get in there and spar a little bit too. So the kids over there, and all of a sudden you walk in and you see the look on the face. You guys see Rocky 3 when Apollo Creed took Rocky into the gym that was all the black guys in there, and they had that look in their eyes. Not saying that everybody in this gym was black, but they had that look in their eyes, and he called it the eye of the tiger. Every one of those kids had that look in their eye. There was kids, young, from like 14, 15, all the way up into the probably mid-20s and 30s in there, and they all just had that look. And so all my kids get their gear on, and they go out there and they start sparring with these guys. And these guys, are going to town on each other. Even the girls, they're having bloody mouths, fat, bloody lips, bloody noses, and they're going in the bathroom, wiping themselves off, coming back, and I'm sitting there going, holy crap. And, in Taekwondo, you don't spar like that. You kind of spar just, for sport, and you don't try to hurt each other and things like that. But these guys were literally trying to hurt each other. And then somebody came over and said, hey, you want to spar, get your gear? I was like, nope, I'm good, thanks, peace out. So I was like, no, that's all right. So in my mind, I remembered that gym. And when this kid told me I trained in that gym for this fight, I psychologically screwed myself out of the fight. And so the whole day, because this is at the beginning of the day, and I didn't fight till the last fight of the night. And so you're talking a good 6, 7, maybe even possibly 8 hours from the time this kid told me this until the time of my fight. So I had that long of a time to screw up my mind, because anything is 90% mental, 10% skill or talent. 90% mental, 10% skill or talent. So here I am. I know I'm more talented than this kid. I know I have more training than this kid. I know that I have more skills than this kid. Goodness sakes, I'm a third degree black belt in Taekwondo, trained in almost every discipline out there. And so I know I should be able to wipe this kid with the mat. But in my mind, I was psychologically seeing all those bloody noses, those fat lips, those bloody mouths, those kids going down on punches and kicks from the people that were training in this gym. So psychologically, I'm psyching myself out, even though I had a better trainer also, because my trainer, I hired professional kickboxer. He was a professional champion kickboxer, and also he trained Jeremy Stevens, Katzengaga of the UFC. He trained UFC fighters on top of it. So I knew I had a better trainer as well. And I worked my ass off for this fight. 6 days a week, 7 days a week, 3, 4, 5 hours a day, in, out, and out, running 5 miles a day, doing all the stuff. So I knew I was ready. But I got in there, and even my son was like, Dad, what's wrong with you? You're acting kind of weird today. I said, I don't know, son. I just don't, I'm not in it. I don't feel it. And I got in the fight. And where I'm going with this, I lost the fight. But the thing was, I finished the fight, but in the last round, I would say probably 30, 40 seconds left in the last round, I almost quit. I came this close to quitting, but I knew I had 60 or 70 people in the audience, and Jessica's watching. She may have been there. I'm not sure if she was there for that fight, but she was at some of my other fights. How you doing, Jessica? So I was there, and I was this close to quitting, but I knew I had family members, friends that were counting on me to finish the fight, because in my opinion, that is a success. This kid is 20 years younger than me, so I should lose this fight. You know, there's no shame in losing the fight. You know, if the kid loses, now he could be like, hey, this old man beat me, right? I was 47 years old at the time and he was 27. So there was 20 years difference. So if I lose the fight, no big deal. But still, I did not want to go out like that as a quitter. So I finished the fight. And where I'm going with this is that, what did I learn? One thing, the whole reason I started doing the kickboxing, amateur kickboxing, is because Taekwondo, we really don't, I'm a national champion in Taekwondo, but we really don't hit each other all that hard. So I wanted to know if I can actually take a punch. I wanted to know if I can actually stand toe to toe with somebody if I ever had to get in a fight in the street and protect my family, my wife, and my kids. And that's the whole reason I got into it. Now, my first two fights, my first fight was pretty easy. My second fight was a little difficult because it was actually a guy that actually trained me for my first fight. And so that fight was a little tougher. But this fight really showed me what I was made of, what I'm capable of. I mean, I had a busted up face. I mean, I hurt my leg pretty bad, where today it still hurts. I still think I broke it. The doctors thought I broke it, but they couldn't find anything. I was in a one of those boots for a month or so, and my foot to this day still bothers me. I mean, my doctor said I broke my nose, but I'm not sure. I mean, I've never had that bump before. I mean, my face was all scratched up in here, my lip busted. So it was a pretty tough fight, but one thing I learned from it, I was able to walk away with my head up because I took a punch, I took the kicks, I came out of that fight, in my opinion, a winner, because I was 20 years older than this young kid. And I know for a fact, 9 times out of 10, I would have beat this kid. And the thing is that I proved to myself that I could actually take a punch, keep going, not quit, not give up. And that's what I'm talking about when I do these videos, that there's going to be times in life where you're going to get punched in the face. You're going to get slapped in the face. Not literally like I did in a fight, but life is going to knock you down. Life is going to smack you. Life is going to punch you in the face. Life is going to put you on your back. But what Les Brown says, if you get knocked down, land on your back, is if you can look up, you can get up. And that's exactly what I did in this fight. I did not go down. I did not take a knee. And I was able to finish the fight, even though I had to have help walking out of the ring because my foot was so messed up. But anyways, it is what I learned from it. I lost. I was devastated that I lost because I should have won the fight. I was really down on myself, depressed for probably a good month or two after the fight, because that's just how I am. I'm a perfectionist and I don't like to lose. I'm an athlete and I hate losing. But what I did, I feel I did not lose. You know, looking back at it now, that was quite a few years ago. Looking back at it now, I won. I was a success because I did not quit. And that's what I'm telling you guys today. Yes, you're going to fall. Yes, you're going to have failures. Yes, you're going to have difficulties. Yes, you're going to have situations where you think that the world is coming to an end or that you're a loser. You're going to have those days, but you got to understand it's not what happened to you, is what you do with what happened to you. Did you learn from it? Did you get anything out of it? Are you a better man, woman, child, kid for it? That's what you need to look at. Did I get something out of what happened to me? And I'm telling you, I learned a lot about myself in that fight. That is for sure. That don't psych yourself out. When you know you're better, when you know you're the best, go in there and prove it, and don't worry about the outcome. You know, I knew I was a better fighter that day. I knew I was a better person that day. But at the end of the night, the kid was better than me. He beat me because I beat myself. And a lot of people do that out there. Don't beat yourself. And even if you do, what did you learn from it? Like me here. What did you learn from it? I learned that, you know, I can defend myself, my family. I learned that I could take a punch. I learned that I wasn't a quitter. And I learned that I don't give up and I don't quit. And I was able to come back and fight another day. And I had another fight after that as well. But that's a whole nother story. But I just wanted to bring you guys to that today, is that don't ever give up on yourself. Don't ever give up on what you're going through, because it's the journey, not the destination, not the success, not the win, you know, not that trophy, not that house, that car, whatever. It's the destination that you take to get there, the steps that you take to get there. That makes all the difference in the world. So I wanted to bring you that today. So #live, #replete. Please put some comments in there, whether you liked what I said, didn't like what I said, agree with me, don't agree with me. Maybe you went through something similar, not quite a fight, but something similar in life to where you felt like giving up, but you knew that you couldn't give up and that you kept going and you became a winner because of it. Even though you lost, you still became a winner. And I know it's out there. I know everybody goes through that, but the difference is what you think in your mind. I could have been like, yeah, I'm a loser, I'm a bum, I'm an idiot, I'm this and that. I'll never fight again. I'm never going to try that again. No, because I know that I beat myself and I learned a valuable lesson from it, is that life's going to smack you around. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you. Again, be out there. #live, #repeat. Share this with your friends. Get it to the top of the feed because people need to hear this. And again, a little story about how I overcame a failure and not giving up and learn from it. Jessica, thank you for watching. Hey, take care over there in the hot Palm Springs. I know it's like 150, 120 out there. Crazy. I know what that was like. Lucy, hi. Nice seeing you again. Good seeing you at the Western region last night. Thank you for reading my book and stuff like that. Appreciate you and appreciate everything you do for my mom and my family. Brian, a good friend of mine and guy that watches me all the time. Go back and watch this, Brian. It's a pretty good one. It's about a kickboxing fight that I was in and how I learned from failure. So go back and watch it over. And anybody else that's watching, thank you very much. Coach G is out of here on this Sunday. Yay! Keep God first. God bless each and every one of you guys out there and have a fantastic day. Look at this. Wow. Who knows? Maybe I'll jump in there. Maybe I'll jump in the pool. Nobody here yet. So guys, take care and have a wonderful day.